Hello and welcome to today's lesson from the IELTS coach. Today we are going to look at an example of a writing task for general training task 1. So we're going to look at a letter. I will show you the question, the task on the screen. We will discuss a few things about what's expected. Then I will show you paragraph by paragraph how I would write and structure this type of question. So let's get straight into it and look at the question. We can see there you should spend 20 minutes and write at least 150 words. I recommend 200 as a maximum, as more than that tends to be a waste of time. Now it says you ride a bicycle to work, but there is a problem with the parking. Write a letter to the building manager to provide bicycle parking. So you know who you are writing the letter to. You should know the style of the letter. And in your letter, you have to say 3 things. Not you should say, you have to say. Why you ride a bicycle to work. Explain what the problem is with the parking. So it has to be specifically about parking. And give suggestions about providing bicycle parking to this building manager who has bicycle parking in the building. So we know what we need to write about. Now, let's first of all, the first thing that you do is who are you writing to and what style? Is it formal, informal, or semi-formal? In this case, you have the option. Maybe you know the building manager. You see him when you go to work, so you might know his name. In that case, it would be semi-formal. You would use the name as I have done in the example here. Or it could be formal in that you don't know who it is. You're not sure if it's a man or a woman, you would say dear sir or madam. But you have that option in this particular situation. Now, our first paragraph needs to address 2 things. It needs to say why you are writing the letter, and it needs to address the first bullet point, which is why you ride a bicycle to work. So we can see in my example here, I start with I am writing this letter, and I use words from the question. As I ride a bicycle to work, but there are some problems with parking, which is mentioned in the question. It's a paraphrase of that. Sentence 2 and 3 in this paragraph focus on why I ride a bicycle to work. It's because I don't like public transport or sitting in traffic jams, and I don't have to worry about parking. So not just one reason why, there are 3 reasons. So this is quite a common thing you need to think about. When they ask you to do something, don't do it once. Don't say one reason you ride a bicycle to work. Use more vocabulary and grammar and use your word count to say 2 or 3 reasons why you ride a bicycle to work. The same with the next part. Explain what the problem is. Don't explain one problem. You can have more than one problem. The question does say there is a problem. You can have more. Quite often the question will say there are several problems. So you have to write more. So let's see in paragraph 2, 2 or 3 sentences. I have 3 here, and I explain what it's about. The problems are related to space and security, so that acts as a topic sentence. Then I have 1 sentence explaining more what I mean by the problem with space, not enough space for the amount of bicycles, and I explain the problem of security. The gate is not locked, the security guards don't pay attention. So separate sentences, not putting 5 ideas or 5 problems all in 1 sentence. Separate them, make it clear, and don't mix everything up. The last paragraph will of course address the last bullet point, give suggestions, and it does have the plural here. So not just 1 suggestion, give 2 or 3 suggestions. You want to do this throughout your writing, even in speaking. When they ask you 1 question, you don't have to give 1 answer. You can give 2 or 3 answers to show more information, to show more vocabulary and more grammar. So in this part here, we have more than 1 suggestion. The first one is to create a larger area that is big enough for more bicycles. And I say 100 to 150. And for security, make it so people can lock their bikes and have video cameras so that thieves won't want to steal. If the security guards can't focus on bicycles, perhaps the video cameras can. So there's not one suggestion, there's actually 3 suggestions. Create more space, have something locked up, and have video cameras. So you can see there, it's not one thing. You don't need 10 ideas, but you do need more than one idea for each of the questions or the bullet points. I end with a farewell statement. I look forward to hearing your reply regarding this matter. That's quite a formal statement there. And then full name, so they know who you are. If it's your friend, then it's just your name, but full name here because it is semi-formal. So again, as we've done before with some writing practice, it's structure. Sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph. Use what they give you in the question. Those bullet points are important. They tell you what to write. I haven't written anything extra there. Oh, I don't know what to write. Write what they tell you. And don't write one thing. One reason why you ride a bicycle to work, you're going to have trouble with word count. One suggestion, one problem, you're going to have trouble. So don't write more than they ask. Write what they ask, but more of it. One problem, write 2 or 3 problems. Not one suggestion, 2 or 3 suggestions. And the word count here is between 150 and 200. It's clear, it's well structured, the paragraphing has spacing. So use this, review it, try to build your own general training task 1 letters in the same way. Look at the bullet point, address it in 2 or 3 sentences. Look at the next bullet point, have those 2 or 3 sentences. So I hope this has helped you. Please leave any questions or comments or suggestions for future writing tasks below this video, and good luck with your IELTS preparation.